All right, what's up, everyone? Just wanted to connect with you guys and just share our hearts a little bit. So, we had something happen a couple days ago in the Cologne household. We were eating dinner
Hmm.
and we were just talking, and we were going out of town. And my son Zane had a couple events going on in the midst of a couple days, and we had to leave him some money. And so we didn't have an issue of giving him a certain amount for this church event that was coming up. But he made a comment that he needed some additional money for something else. And it wasn't a very huge amount. I think it was only like $5.
It was $5. Yeah.
And some of you probably thinking, well, $5 is really not that big of a deal. But I just had an instant thought. I was like, okay, so we've given him money for this and this and this, and now he's asking for something else. So I just said, okay, so you need money for this. What are you willing to do for it? And he kind of looked at me, kind of funny, and he's like, what do you mean? I said, well, you want to do this. We've already given you money for this and this, so you're asking for $5. Are you willing to work for it?
Hmm.
And he kind of thought about it, and I was thinking in my head, I was like,
What is there to think about?
what is there to think about? I mean, if you want to do this,
Yeah.
you should be willing to work for it a little bit. And I kind of looked at Rebecca, and we kind of looked at him, and he's like really thinking about it, like really processing this. And I was like, hold on a second. I mean, like, do we just money just grow on trees and we could just give it to you?
And I don't think that's what he was thinking. He was thinking, "It's worth it."
is it worth it? I mean, that's what the homeboy said. He said, I don't know if it's worth it. And I was like, hold on a second. Like, and I realized, it just hit me, like, we have somewhat of an issue here because,
Hmm.
he's in the mindset that he could just ask for whatever he wants and he really doesn't have to do anything for it. And now, granted, I know he does things around the house.
He
Um,
has set chores, but that's a given because we all contribute in his home.
Yeah, we all contribute. Like now we have our daughter sitting at the table. That's her way to contribute. She also
Mhm.
helps doing small stuff here and there. So everybody has their way of contributing. I don't get paid for mowing the lawn. All right. So our son has chores. He doesn't get paid for those chores. Rebecca doesn't get paid to do laundry, do the dishes,
No.
cook. She's an amazing cook. She don't get paid. She should be getting paid to cook. That's how good she
I'll
is.
take it.
She'll take it. But you see what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is that I sensed there was an issue here because he was not willing to work just a little to get something in return, to get some money. And I've been thinking about that. I've been processing that, like, in some ways he may have felt entitled.
Hmm.
And I thought about, I was a student pastor for several years, and how, I can't tell you how time and time again I saw parents just hand kids money, just hand them money and hand them money and hand them money,
Lots
and
of money.
lots of money. Like there was this one time, this kid was dropped off at a softball game for $30, like $30 to spend on whatever he wanted.
My mama might give me 50 cents.
Like concession stand, like how can you possibly spend $30 in a concession stand?
Yeah.
That just like blew my mind,
You
and
can, but that's crazy.
that's crazy. It's a lot of food. And so anyway, that's besides the point. But what I'm trying to say is that, are your kids at the place where they feel like they could just do whatever they want
Hmm.
and they're entitled, that you could just give them whatever and they don't have to work for it? Because if that's the case, you're setting them up for failure. And I realized that with my son, I need to do a better job of making sure he understands that money doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah.
That there are people out there that actually earn what they're given. That it's okay to give them money here and there, but it's also important that I make them understand and help them realize that there are things that you have to work for.
Right. Absolutely.
Do you have anything you want to add?
We're doing such a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, I really think that, for a moment there, he was really weighing out, is this event worth doing work for? And sometimes I think about that in life. Is this job really worth my time? Is this job worth my effort for the amount that I need? you know. And so in a way, it was a great thing that he was processing, but it's also an eye opener for us to make sure that we're instilling in him
work ethic.
You know, not just doing chores that you're told to do, but for something in return and doing it to the best of your ability.
Yeah, and of course he's at borderline being a teenager in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
He's learning how to process things. He's learning how to think about things.
Mm-hmm.
He's learning how to express himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's gaining some independence. There are a lot of things that that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we're going to have to work through, and that's okay. That's just part of the growing process.
Right.
You know, you've been through it. I've been through it. Everybody has been through it. But also, just being consistent and teaching him the value of work.
Mm-hmm.
And having to work for things and having to earn things.
Right. And he ended up, you know, not wanting to do the event.
And he ended up doing something for it.
Yes.
And didn't even
yeah.
ask the money for it. It was just
Yeah.
like not even a you know, somewhat of a big deal.
Right. He actually did a task. He ended up working for it. Leo came up with something for him to do. And then he decided, you know what? I really don't want to spend the money to do that.
But he earned it.
Yeah, he earned it.
It's still in my wallet.
And do you know that, to me, that was a great setup for something that happened the weekend. You know, he cracked his phone that he has. And in the process of that, when we got home from our event that we were gone at, we sat down and we talked about what had happened. And he said, you know what, Mom, I'm just going to put it away, and I am going to start saving some money. Is there some things that I can do to, you know, work towards earning some more money to be able to pay for getting my screen fixed? Didn't even ask me to fix it.
They didn't ask us to contribute, but...
Didn't even ask him to contribute. I felt like that conversation at the dinner table was a great setup for that moment that happened for him.
So we're going to ask you a huge favor. Like, don't tell him that we're fixing to say this to you guys, but we just want you to know, because he had that conversation with Rebecca and he didn't expect us to contribute in any way, we're going to contribute.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know that.
No.
So when it
And
comes...
I'm not going to contribute until he has all of his money.
Yeah, and when he has all his money
Mm-hmm.
and he's ready to go fix his phone, we're going to say, son, you had a conversation with Mom about this, and we're proud of you because you were willing to take responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to help you out. Because really what's going to happen is his birthday's going to come up, and he's going to spend all his birthday money fixing his phone, and we're not going to let that happen.
Right.
Because he chose to be responsible.
Yeah.
So there's a risk at times, but there's also a reward, and we want to make sure that you emphasize that in your home.
Yeah.
That, you know, when your kids take responsibility, congratulate them for that.
And reward him for
And
it.
reward them for it, you know, so they'll learn a valuable lesson. So, yeah, listen, last week was a good week for us.
Yeah.
We were a part of a ladies retreat, and we were able to promote our book and also at our church, Parents Initiative. Some people are asking how can they buy it. You can get it on Amazon, Nook, iBooks. You could buy it online, the e-version, and you could also buy the hardback, not the hardback, but the softcover edition, if that's the right word to say.
Hard copy.
Hard copy. If you want the hard copy, just private message us and we could work something out. You could pay us through PayPal and we could ship it to you.
Yeah.
So, you know, contact us. Now, we do have shirts.
Yay.
All right. So some of you have seen the black sleeve ones. Yes. We have the limited edition red. And if you want the red edition of it, just message us and we can work something out. You know, maybe we'll give you a special. I don't know. Just depends what kind of mood I'm in. But yeah.
Okay.
She's a good one. I'm a little bit more of a hard case. She has a tender heart. And if you believe that, I'll give you $1 million. So it's the other way around.
Yep.
But anyway, listen, thank you for taking the time to watch this. Share this. We're doing our best to reach out to people and reach out to churches. We'll love to have the opportunity to come and minister at your church.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like to look into that, just send us a message, let us know, contact us. We have a website, parentsinit.com.
Parentsinit.com.
Parentsinit.com. You can find the link on our Facebook page, on our Instagram page. Also, we do have a YouTube channel that once we do videos, we post it on there as well. It's another avenue for people that don't like social media. So if you want other people to know about our ministry that don't do Facebook, don't do Instagram, don't like the drama, they could go to YouTube and check our page out as well.
Yeah.
So thanks for taking the time to watch this. Be blessed. And I want to encourage you do your best to teach your kids work ethic. You know, teach them the value of earning things.
Yep.
All right. Be blessed.